A shoot-to-kill order has been imposed to control the protests, with thousands of paramilitary and military forces on the ground. The troops had to be airdropped as the protesters burnt down railway stations and blocked all major roads entering the state. In the town of Rohtak, the heart of the protests, buses, petrol pumps, community halls and even the residence of the finance minister were set ablaze. In many areas of Haryana, the protesters ignored pleas for calm. They want reservation status that would give them priority for government jobs and a quota in state education institutions. Local politicians tried to appease the community by saying if it were up to them, they would grant it.
We agree with all the demands of the Jat community. The government has already said it stands by the Jat community in resolving all the constitutional, legal and judicial hurdles that stand in the way to meet their demands.
But the Chief Minister's words have drawn more anger.
We have been fooled so far by the false assurances of the successive governments, but this government is bad in particular. We will ensure that this government is overthrown, and we will boycott it even after we are granted reservation.
The Jat community makes up nearly 30% of the voting population in Haryana. They are traditionally farmers with a strong political representation in local government and not seen as being underprivileged. It's also an issue of numbers. According to India's Supreme Court, only 50% of a state's population could get reservation status. Giving it to the Jats would tip that over. At the border with the capital New Delhi, mobs set up blockades.
Until the government reaches a decision in our favour, we are going to stop water supplies, block roads and disrupt railways to New Delhi.
Many people crossed on foot for fear that protesters would carry out their threat to attack and slash the tires of vehicles. The agitators have formed a committee that has prepared a list of demands which they want the government to fulfill. If not, they warn more disruptions. This is an issue that's been simmering since the 1990s. The Jat community has been promised reservation status in various election campaigns. The concern now is that the unrest may not be limited to this state, but could spread to other parts of the country. Divya Gopalan, Al Jazeera, Haryana.